And I remember from the lata'if, from the things which I mentioned regarding the Shaykh, is something which happened with me personally and the Shaykh. And that is that one day in Kulliyat al-Sharia, our teacher who was meant to be teaching us, he didn't come. And we waited 5 minutes, 6, 7 minutes, and the teacher didn't come. However, the class next door was a class of Sh Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad, hafidhahullah. And so me and one of my friends, we thought that, okay, our teacher hasn't come, so let's go, we'll sit in Sh Abdul Muhsin's class and we'll benefit something from him. So we went and we sat in the class of Sh Abdul Muhsin, whilst the other students were still standing outside and they were still talking. And the Shaykh taught his class. However, when he got to halfway through the class, he stopped. And he told his reader to stop reading from the lesson. And then his reader got out the register for the attendees of the class. And then the Shaykh took out an envelope from his bag. And remember that in this class there was maybe 35 to 40 students. And then he took out a wad of Riyals, a big number of Riyals from this envelope. And there was 1,000 Riyal for every student who was there. And then he mentioned to the people that today marks, I think it was 40 years, this very day in which I gave my first ever lesson in the Jamia Islamiyya. And to show shukr to Allah, to show gratitude to Allah, I want to give some sadaqah to the students because of the blessing or the honor that Allah has given me, that He allowed me to be the first teacher in this class, in this university, in this kulliyah. So for every student, He gave 1,000 Riyals. And if there's 38, 40 students, we're talking about 38,000 Riyals or 40,000 Riyals. A Riyal is, I think, 6 Riyals to a pound. So you can work out how much that was, 38 to 40,000 Riyals. Anyway, we happened to be sitting there. So we also wanted that, that 1,000 Riyal, me and my friend. So we put our hands up. And we said, Shaykh, we're not from this class. We're from the next door class. So are we included in this? And the Shaykh said, why are you not in your classes? Why are you absent from your class? Go back to your classes. So we said, Shaykh, the teacher's absent. And then he said, anyway, these 1,000 Riyals which I bought them according to the number of students on the register, so there's nothing left over. And if we had been given that 1,000 Riyals, I don't think I would have ever spent it. I think I would have framed it in my house and kept it as a souvenir, but qaddar Allah. So, and as I mentioned, the Shaykh, he's known for his knowledge. However, his manners outpass his knowledge. And his humbleness is more than his knowledge, even though his knowledge is a lot. And also the Shaykh is known that many of the students who study with him, many of them are not there totally legally, meaning they're not students in the university. And therefore a lot of them don't have a monthly income. And the Shaykh is known that he often gives on a monthly basis money to many of those students. He has a register with him, and on a monthly basis he gives sadaqah to those students. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward Shaykh Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad on behalf of us and on behalf of al-Islam. And the Shaykh, hafidhahullah, he has concern for his students, and he has concern for the Muslims, and he has concern for the Ummah. From his concern for his students and the scholars is this treatise which he wrote called Rifqan Ahl Sunnati bi Ahl Sunnah. O Ahl Sunnah, O people of Sunnah, be gentle with the people of Sunnah. And there was a particular reason why he authored this treatise. And the reason is, as is clear from the title, that it was a nasiha, it was a sincere advice to Ahl Sunnah that we should have gentleness and leniency with each other when dealing with each other, especially when one amongst us falls into an error, when one amongst us falls into a mistake, that we should maintain this leniency and this gentleness. And it was an advice to the scholars, that even between them, when there are certain mistakes which are occurring, then maintain this leniency and maintain this gentleness. And the Shaykh Hafidhullah, he authored this treatise in 1424 Hijri, i.e. in 2002, 14 years before now. 14 years ago, he authored this